So, what do you do when you want a better outdoor shower experience and you have a little guy Max?
Come join us on our adventure.
Hi, I'm JT.
And I'm DT. And these are our adventures.
Join us as we travel
as we help our community
and just enjoy life. So if you have a little guy Max and you have the outdoor shower feature, you kind of know that it's a little bit weak.
Yeah, kind of flimsy. But I found this cool new faucet on Amazon.
It's by the company Dura Faucet, and we're going to show how to install this. And if you stay for the whole video, we're going to show you a little bonus at the end. So the kit includes the on and off valve with a quick release connection right here, a coiled hose with the quick release
Ooh, I like that. Pretty nifty.
and a nozzle
With all kinds of settings. You can do jet, you can do shower, you can do cone, mist, shower, flat, soaker, jet, shower, cone.
Yeah, it has a whole bunch. More than we can count. You can turn this. So it's basically like the garden hose, right?
It's just like it's just like it, except for it's black.
So we're going to start out by first turning off the water, and then I'll show you what we're going to do. All right. So to get there, we're going to have to move the cushion. And for us, we have a Froley system. So we're going to have to move that out of the way. But we're trying to get to this board that's underneath the window here in our little guy Max. Ooh. And down here, you can see all the connections. So what we're going to do is disconnect the blue and the red. The blue is the cold water. The red is the hot water. Then we're going to disconnect the hose, which is the white one. And then after that, unscrew the little connectors that are right under here to allow us to push the old shower out. So for this model, we're going to have to remove the existing shower box. So what I've done is there were 4 screws, and they have the little square hole in the end of it. Instead of a Phillips or a standard, this one uses a little square one. So in my screwdriver, I have that bit that fits exactly in there. Make sure you just get one of these because that's really handy because you use it for adjusting the windows and all kinds of different things in there. So I'm going to remove the 4 screws. I'm going to take my little scraper knife, and I'm going to very carefully go around, remove as much of the caulking as I can, and then we're going to remove the box and replace it with a new one. We've removed the existing shower box, and one of the problems with the shower box is this doesn't fit in there. This needs to be at least 3.5 inches deep, and well, right here, that's maybe 2 inches at the most. So this box is going to have to be replaced. So I went on to Amazon, and I'll put the link down in the description, and I purchased another shower box. This one is 3.5 inches deep. It has the 2 required holes, so I can put the valves in there. On the back, put 2 rubber washers. And tighten them down, and you can see that now the valves fit inside the box, which is great for us. Now, so what I would do before I start is I would check on the box and see, is it deep enough to hold that valve assembly, which is 3.5 inches from the back to the front face right here. Now, if that's beyond or not going to work for that box, it's not a direct replacement, then you have to make a choice. Because as you can see, this box has a lot smaller hole than this box does. So, do you want to make the hole bigger is the first choice. You know, I've searched online. You might be able to find a box that dimension, that depth, or modify this one somehow to do that. But I thought it was easier time-wise also just to replace the box with this one. So, to put this in, I need to make a template. And I want to use a template because when I cut this hole, this was at a certain height on the trailer. You know, the trimming was down here somewhere, and I want to make sure that this is going to fit in that spot. So I made a little template out of a IKEA box, which, if you've been following our videos, you notice that the table leg has changed. We chose a removable leg from IKEA. It also telescopes, and we'll be updating that video pretty soon. That is not the hidden gem for at the end of the video, by the way. So I cut the hole for the box so it fits over it. Then I also trimmed around the outside edge. And there goes the tablecloth. Trimmed around the outside edge so that I can go place this on the side of the trailer and make a decision where I'm going to cut. So here's my template on the outside, and this is just barely high enough for the base, so the trim will sit very close down here. Now, another consideration you need to do is the wall of the little closet is right here on the inside, and also there's a little 2x4 right here, or 2x2. So I want to make sure, using my measuring stick here, is make sure that, you know, I know I can't cut into the wall here to move it over, so I want to make sure I'm as far over this way as I can. Stick down my template. Super double precise measuring, of course. Now on the inside, it's pretty narrow. It's going to be there. So I'm going to actually end up taking a little bit of that 2x2 out when I cut this circle, or cut this rectangle into the side of the trailer. So I'm going to trace it out, then I'll be back when it's time to cut it. So I'm going to use this blue painter's tape to define the area around the outside, mainly so that when I do cut this with my little jigsaw, that it doesn't scratch up the surface, and the tape will help protect it. I have my reciprocating saw, jigsaw, whatever you want to call this, and I'm just going to start cutting. So I'll start making little relief cuts just a little bit at a time to get around that circle there. And when I'm done, we'll see if it fits. So I did have to get out the big guns, the Sawzall, to get the hole big enough, but it fits. We've got the water connected inside. I didn't have to splice the hot water or cold water. There were some screws holding down little brackets to hold the pipes still, that I loosened up all the way across the trailer and was able to scoot the pipes over far enough that I didn't have to do any cutting of the pipes. But here's that disconnect. And now that's a significant amount of water that comes out. Even has a misting feature. Oh, could use that today. I can spray off the side of my trailer and get all this extra dirt off there. Also, with this hose, this connection right here is regular garden hose connection. So I could put a garden hose onto this and go even farther in case I needed to, I don't know, do more spraying. Now, why would I do this if I have park water already? I don't know, because it's cool. But if you're out there and you need to wash down the dog, wash some dishes, now would you want to wash dishes with this? Well, that's where our super secret extra bonus feature shows up. Super secret extra special bonus, it's this. Make sure my water's turned off. Unhook the hose. Now I have a super convenient little sink where I can wash my hands very easily. I don't have to have the whole hose or any of those things out. So, one of the little cautions is, where the old hole was, there is an aluminum reinforcement bracket going around the outside just for that box. I'm going to build a little more stronger one in here. I just need to get some material to do that. Change the screws out. Excuse me. And that ends our video. So if you enjoyed our video, remember, like and subscribe, thumbs up, and if you didn't like it, 2 thumbs down.